quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Browns, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a matching. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here we go, here we go.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Bring it, bring it.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The left side completion to Jones. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's the 2nd-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 4th down, and out is the All-Pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, gun.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It's caught by Mike Evans. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Stop your whining.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
3rd and 15.
Here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Here's Garoppolo to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. 11 yards there, first down.
First and goal, Tampa Bay.
Here we go.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Let's go, Titan. Let's go right here now.
Now Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. And now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A throw over the middle taken in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
23 yards. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
I got it. Hey, gun. Right there, 54-5.
On On second down, it's Jones. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That second down play nets a -4.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
21. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. T.J. Logan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
I got you. Mike 5-4. Hey.
Garoppolo now. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, D, get off the field, guys. 4 down. Nice.
On first down, Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, as time expires in the first half, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And taken right at the 35. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
11.
On second down now, it's Logan. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. That is caught. It's Perriman. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Hey, alert! 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 Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll run it with Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. 15 yards on the play, first down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives him a little bit of room to complete it.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On 1st down, Logan. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's got Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
One, Omaha.
They'll go again to Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
11. Hey, gun.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Here we go.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
I got you.
Jones. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Here we go.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They run it with Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, three things can happen, and two of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Here's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Third down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Watch the screen. Pass.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here we go.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hey, gun.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, here we go.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. And he's got the first down before being taken. Down at the 46.
Pickup. First down, Tampa Bay.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. Game.
Let's go, let's do this.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Jones. And he works it past the 30. Most to the 25.
Let's go.
Cedric Thompson on the tackle. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Here we go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after. A gain of 3. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
65. Undercut. Pilot, 64, weak.
Check nickel.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished, but to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Seahawks, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.